Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. It's March 26th. Lisa, Lydia, Scott with you here this morning. Lots to talk about weather-wise.
Yeah.
I'd rather talk about yesterday's weather.
I know.
It was so nice.
It was so nice.
Big changes for today. Of course, we're live on Facebook every weekday morning right around this time. I want to remind you to join us live, but it stays on your feed throughout the day, so you can watch it whenever it works best for you or listen to it as a podcast. Just go to inform.com/podcast and look for the Inform Minute.
All right, this morning, kind of icky out there.
Yeah. Had some freezing rain overnight, and that stuff can be real tricky. Works in our favor that we've had a little mild stretch here where our road temperatures, our surface temperatures have really warmed up. We were in the 50s yesterday. So as that freezing rain was falling, it wasn't necessarily freezing onto the road. It was making for some wet roads, and of course a slippery spot here or there is possible. Something like a road that's not as treated or as frequently drove on, bridges, on and off ramps, those types of things can be susceptible to freezing rain. But where we had surface temperatures that were colder, so something that was colder, coated in ice this morning. Cars parked outside had ice on them. We have a big metal door in the back that was coated in ice. Stop signs we noticed coated in ice too. So it's almost like a what could have been, you know?
Yeah.
If like the road temperature would have been colder, we probably would have had a skating rink this
Yeah.
morning. So I want you to watch out for maybe a slippery spot here or there. Temperatures are staying below freezing or right at freezing all day long, so there's no great warm up to help improve some of those. It's going to be windy and colder all day. A little bit of light snow along and south of I-94 this morning, just really a few flurries, not much for accumulation. That'll dry up, and then it's just all about the wind and the cold. Gusts 30 to 35 today, highs in the 20s and 30s. Far cry from what we had yesterday, at least in the south. The north you had 20s and 30s, but in the south there were 50s and 60s, and it was nice, and I crave more of it. Headed into tomorrow, a few flurries floating around in the morning. Breezy and chilly tomorrow. Highs once again in the 30s. We'll wake up in the teens. With the wind, I wouldn't be surprised if there are spots with wind chill values sub-zero tomorrow morning. There were this morning, so that's a possibility as we wake up for Friday. We'll get more spring-like feel as we go through the weekend. Wind turns to the southwest and picks up a little. It's about 10 to 20 miles an hour through the weekend, which is what I like to call noticeable. Like if you're out and about, you might be like, oh, it's a little bit breezy, but it's not crazy windy. Might have a napkin like fly off a patio, something like that, but not like lofted.
Okay.
With that wind turning to the southwest, that's what's bringing in our warmer air. And so we're seeing our temperatures rise through the weekend. 40s near 50 on Saturday, 50s near 60 on Sunday. I always say that you can't hate on a southwest wind if you want it to be warmer, because that's what's bringing in the warmer air. Today's wind, tomorrow's wind, you can complain about that all you want. That stuff's not doing us any good. Sending in colder air. Yeah. Next week, we dance between the 40s and the 30s, looking a little bit cooler around the middle of the week, and a little more active next week. Jet stream turns to the southwest, so think big picture, not just wind down on the ground, but like big picture, upper flow. That'll bring in a little more activity, tends to feed in some systems from the southwest, and we'll watch for a wetter pattern into next week with some shower chances. This time of year, could be rain, could be snow, could be freezing rain like we saw this morning.
Yeah.
The fun of March, early April just keeps on keeping on. So we'll watch for some more activity into the middle parts of next week. Okay, I think that's all. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Lydia.
Okay, well, we have a heads up for you if you're driving west of Fargo-Moorhead this morning. A rolled semi is blocking the interstate in Kidder County. The North Dakota Highway Patrol posted a picture. It did not look good.
No.
That was posted on Facebook if you'd like to see it. The crash is on I-94 between Steele and Bismarck. The Highway Patrol has closed westbound lanes. They say multiple vehicles were involved and there were injuries. It's unclear right now if ice or wind played a factor in that crash.
We're also learning more this morning about a garage fire at Double B Honey, that's north of Park Rapids. When firefighters got there Wednesday afternoon, the detached garage was already up in flames. The owner says they were boiling maple syrup when grass and leaves caught on fire and ignited the building. The fire department says the garage is a total loss, plus a boat and a car were inside of it. The owner says their bees were not involved in the fire, so that's some good news. However, they did lose quite a bit of beekeeping equipment.
A man was flown to a Fargo hospital after a four-wheeler crash in Richland County. A 31-year-old man crashed his four-wheeler into a tree Wednesday evening at the Sandhills. He lost consciousness before first responders arrived and had to be flown by Sanford AirMed. He's also facing a charge of driving under suspension. We are working to learn his name and the extent of his injuries.
Starting today, Fargo's superintendent is visiting schools to talk about his plans to cut the district's budget. Dr. Corey Steiner has introduced a plan that would save more than $5 million next school year. Steiner's first visit will be at Discovery Middle School today. He's scheduled to be at Fargo North on April 1st and then Fargo South on April 7th.
Grand Forks police officers are stepping up enforcement on distracted driving this April. The department received a grant from the North Dakota DOT to put more officers on the road targeting distracted drivers. You could get a $200 fine.
All right, if you lost a large amount of money in East Grand Forks, police are looking for you. Officers posted on Facebook saying someone found a significant amount of cash in the city earlier this year. Now they're trying to track down the rightful owner. If you think that money could be yours, you could call the police station or stop by the police department. You will have to provide some specific details about that money in order to claim it.
It's opening day in the big leagues, and the Twins begin their season on the road in Baltimore. First pitch is at 2:05 this afternoon. Joe Ryan will be on the mound for opening day. Their home opener is next Friday, April 3rd. Of course, the best way to watch Twins games this season on Twins TV. It costs $99.99.
And tonight, UND starts its journey to the Frozen Four. The Fighting Hawks take on Merrimack at 7:30. That airs on ESPN2.
Remember, now is a great time to get your, well, I guess I could talk about Dom. Dom is going to have much more on that. He's 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra. Also talking about NDSU's women's golf team, a record-setting performance earlier this week. Maddie Hicks will join Dom to talk about the blistering rounds in Arizona. Hot Mike is live from 9 to 11.
Now, remember, for 99 cents a month for your first 3 months, get an all-access pass to our website, inforum.com.
Don't want to forget about Dom. Join us for our next newscast after Dom, 11 o'clock this morning, an hour-long newscast. And then we have you covered 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10 tonight.
And we're back with First News tomorrow morning from 5 to 7.
Have a great day, everyone.